Today we are going to learn how to play the greatest card game of all time, and no, that's just not my opinion, it says so right on the box. Flip 7 was released last year by the boardgames and is currently in beta on boardgamearena with over 16,000 plays at the time of recording this video. So last week was my birthday, all my friends came over and we ate way too much ice cream and played a ton of board games. And when everyone went home, we refused to let the fun end and we all hopped on boardgamearena to play consecutive 5 rounds of Flip 7. Before we begin, let us have a look at the layout of the game. On the leftmost side are the initial cards, and every player will have their own separate section in which BJ will be dealing out the cards. As part of the setup, BJ deals out one card randomly to each player. I have got 11, Anne has got 8, and Al Capone has got 10. Flip 7 is a push your luck game in which every player is racing to reach 200 points first. There are 94 cards in the game ranging from 0 to 12, with 12 card having 12 copies, 11 number card having 11 copies, 10 having 10 copies, and so on. The 0 number card has however 1 copy. On your turn, you have one of two actions. Either you hit or you stay. For example, now it's Anne's turn and she can choose to hit or stay. If she chooses to hit, BJ will deal out one more card that will come in this section, and if unfortunately it is 8, she will bust. So let's see what happens. It's a 4, so nothing bad happens. However, now Anne's score is 12. The current score of the round is displayed here. Before you decide to hit, you can choose to stay, and when you stay, this score gets added to your total score. However, if you bust, nothing gets added to your total score for that round. So for example, Anne drew an 8 and she already had an 8 in her player area, so she busted. And this round she is going to score nothing. When all the players have either busted or chose to stay, the round ends. And then a new round begins. The round can end in one more way. When either of the player flips 7 cards without busting, they get a bonus of 15 points, and then also the round ends. It's my turn again, and if I get a 3 or 4 or an 11, then I will bust and I will score nothing for that round. However, if I get any other numbers apart from these 3, my score is going to increase. So I'm going to take risk and going to click on hit, and we have got our first score modifier card. Now let us talk about all the different kinds of card present in the game. There are 3 kinds of card. First one are the number cards, which are these ones. The second type of card is the score modifier. So this right here in front of me is the score modifier. It will simply add 2 to my total. Here are all the score modifier cards. The first one is times 2, which will just double your score. The next one is plus 2, it will add 2, plus 4 will add 4, and so on. The third kind of cards are the action cards. There are 3 copies of these 3 action cards in the game, and when you draw one of these action cards, you can choose to keep it to yourself or you can give it to any other player. Let us have a look at how each one of them works. I've got the first action card right in front of me. That's called the second chance. What the second chance does is, if I bust, it gives me a second chance. In this situation, I already had a 12 and I got one more 12. It could have caused a bust, but since I had the second chance, I got saved and I can continue my turn. The second kind of action card is this Flip 3 card. So as mentioned earlier, you can keep the action cards to yourself or you can give it to another player. So in this example, Anne got the Flip 3 cards and she chose to keep it to herself. After anyone gets the Flip 3 card, BGA flips 3 additional cards in their player area, and if any of the number comes again, as usual, they bust or else nothing happens. So Anne was pretty lucky. She got a plus 6 modifier card as well as a times 2 card. So now her total score is 19 times 2 plus 6, which is 44. The third and the final kind of card is this freeze card. So as usual, the player who gets the freeze card can keep it for themselves or they can give it to the other player. Usually you would want to give it to other players because it freezes their turn and they won't be able to get more points for that current round. So Al Capone chose to give this freeze card to Anne because she is currently leading. When the player is frozen, they won't be able to get any more score for that current round. However, they can resume in the next round. The game continues like this till one of the player reaches 200 points, and with that the game end is triggered, and at the end of that particular round, whoever has maximum point will win the game. And now you're ready to play Flip 7 on boardgamearena. If you have liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and do let me know in the comment section down below what are the other great card games that you have played recently on boardgamearena. Bye! Happy gaming!